Spring and summer in Tennessee bring beautiful weather and lush scenery, but also storms. And a lot of times the newcomers that are here are not fully prepared for those storms. So today we wanted to share some simple and practical ways to keep you and your family safe. So storms are just one less thing that you have to worry about.
So there's a lot of early warning systems that we have around for tornadoes. There's two main things that we talk about when we're talking about those warning systems. It's a tornado watch and a tornado warning. So a tornado watch means the conditions are right for a tornado to happen, whereas a tornado warning means that someone actually has spotted a tornado on the ground. Oh yeah, I almost forgot about the taco analogy. Okay, so a funny but fun way to think about this kind of a scary situation with the watch and the warning is think of it as a taco. So a tornado watch is you've got all your ingredients for a taco there. You've got your cheese, your shells, your beef, everything's there. Tornado warning, you've got an actual taco there. So the thing to remember here is in either case, if it's a watch or a warning, you need to be ready to access that safe place that you have in your home, which we'll talk about a little bit later in the video.
Not every storm that happens ends in a tornado. We have a lot of thunderstorms during the spring here in Tennessee. So some other things to make note of are, even if there's not a tornado warning and there's a thunderstorm coming, you may want to pay attention to potential flooding. Floods can happen really, really quickly here, and there's a lot of good resources that will let you know that that's a potential hazard. And also just really high winds. So it may not end up being tornadic winds, but a lot of times limbs will fall around trees. So having your trees checked before the spring is always a good idea too.
Flooding, it can be a dangerous situation, but the place where people get into the most trouble usually actually is in transportation. So if you come across a washed out road, you can't see the bottom for the water, it's best not to take your car through there, even if it's a road you feel comfortable on, because that's where most of the danger lies and that's where most of the problems occur.
Yeah, and if you're not from around here and you're not sure where to avoid or where the creeks are, which parts of the road are going to affect you, this is a friendly place. You should talk to your neighbors and the people who are from here that can give you tips on places that normally get high water and places that are fine. So now that we've had a class on tacos and potential warnings and things to pay attention to during storm season, now we're going to jump into talking about preparation tips. Like, what are some practical things that you can do to keep yourself and your family safe?
The key to being successful in these situations is to have a plan before the storms happen. So one of the major parts of that plan is going to be your safe place. It's best to be on an interior wall in the inside of your house with no windows, and preferably, if you know which walls are load bearing, to be in one of those, but beside one of those load bearing walls.
You know, another option for your safe space, if you, let's say you buy a very old home and you don't know if there's a great safe place in that home, there are lots of companies here, because we have these storms regularly, we also have good solutions for them, and they can build tornado shelters, some of which go underground, some of which can be like a box that would be inside of a garage, for example. So we do have other options of safe places other than just being in your home. And if you want information on those, we'd be happy to share it with you.
So we've got our safe place established. What's the next step? Okay, so you want to make sure you have helmets, especially if you have children, whatever helmets you have in the house, bike helmets, football helmets, sports helmets. I don't think there's a such thing as a tornado helmet yet, but that might be a business. You want to make sure you have shoes, and preferably some shoes that could walk around in what would be similar to a construction job site. So if you've got boots, if a tornado does come through, if you have to walk through that debris, you're going to want some good footwear as well. Along with the personal gear that you have on, it's always a great idea to have a keepsake bag that might have important documents, your daily medications that you take, maybe some small family heirlooms that are irreplaceable. It's good to know where those are at and have a bag where you can grab that bag, throw those things in it, and get to your safe place, so you're set up for success in the worst case scenario. So now we know what to do if you encounter a storm at your house. But what are the right steps to take if you encounter a storm when you're in your vehicle? Well, the best case scenario is that you can quickly exit the vehicle and get into a safe place. Maybe it's a store, maybe it's a friend's house that you know, or maybe just a stranger's house. If it's a severe situation, most people around here will be understanding and will give you shelter. So if you're in the middle of nowhere, there's no shelter to be found, you want to still exit the car, as scary as that sounds, find a ravine, a ditch, a culvert, any kind of depression in the ground, and get down in there, cover your head and cover your face, and lay face down on the ground until the storm passes.
Yeah, the main thing is that you don't want to stay in your car, even though that's going to feel crazy. That's what the advice around here is. So.
Never take shelter in a car or underneath a tree.
So a very important question you're probably asking yourself at this point, if you're not from around here, is how do I know if the storm is coming and what severity it's going to be? So thankfully there is a plethora of options of ways to stay informed. We have the local news channels that they stop all normal TV programming and stay on the air as long as they need to keep us safe and notified. There is a website called Nashville Severe Weather, and they keep people going. They'll notify you through Twitter, Instagram. They have a lot of social media accounts as well. There's also the wireless emergency alert systems that will ding your phone and wake you up at night. And then there's also storm radios you can plug into your house and buy from Amazon or just any store at a local hardware store that will have those too. So we've been talking about storms, and I know that can feel daunting, but we want you to know that we've been here all of our lives and we have had very limited interaction with a severe storm. So it's not a scary situation, it's more just we want you to have the preparation you need to have peace of mind so that you can feel confident, if you're not from around here, to weather any storm. Tennessee is such a beautiful place to live. And the seasonality, spring is one of our favorite seasons. Everything's in bloom, everything is beautiful. The flowers are growing, the trees are turning green. It's a green like you cannot imagine because of all the rain we get. So the storms actually bring a lot of beauty to our town, and we just like for you to have the tools you need to stay safe in case the storms become severe. If you want further information about how to stay safe in Tennessee or just about Tennessee in general, please feel free to call us.